everybody, and welcome to Banana Creek Applesauce Pie. I don't know why I said that to the diaries, and it's good to see you. Before we get started today, since I made a big mess out of the introduction, let me just say, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Darkslade Diaries, this channel, because if you don't, you won't be subscribed. Yeah, if you do, you'll know when there's a new episode coming out, because these come out so sporadically that we never know when they're going to come out. So it'd be kind of nice for you to know. Right? Right? Yeah. Okay. What is this channel about, you say?
What is this channel about?
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know. Nobody really knows. It's about stuff. It's just a stuff thing. And gives you a little insight into my whatever it is of a life that I have here at Darkslade Manor. And it's just kind of some fun stuff. So, what's in this episode? Well, we're going to be doing some work on the Adventureland porch a little bit. Trying to get things ready because the weather's starting to improve a bit, so we can spend some time out there once it's prepared. Or post-pared. I guess that's if you fix it after it's too late. Anyway, we have that. I've got a little bit of cooking for you this episode. Some chicken barley stew. And there's something else. Something else is involved. I don't know. I think you might see this beard change lengths during this episode also. Yeah, we're just going to do some stuff in this episode, and the porch and the food are for sure, and anything else is going to happen. So we'll see. Oh, and I do have some news on one specific aspect, which I will give you right now. A few months ago, I decided that, boy, I have an awful lot of bills, I have an awful lot of debts. I'm trying to take care of things, trying to get that taken care of, and I finally decided to go through a debt relief service, which is all fine and dandy. The way it works is unsettling, but I'm getting used to it. But the main thing that has come from that is I now have a grand total of 1 credit card. Now, this may seem like no big thing, but if you're a follower of Darkslade Diaries, you'll know that I get a lot of loan offers. Oh my gosh, they come out of the Yahtzee. And I did all that junk mail, and every time I did junk mail, it was just loan offers. That's all it was. Well, I'll tell you what, not getting many of those anymore. No siree, sir. It said, they're looking at my report now, they're going, whoa, don't give him nothing. So it's kind of cool that those stupid things are no longer coming to my door. Because of this, I'm now, like I said, I'm down to 1 credit card, but I'm not using it for anything for several months. I gotta get it built back up so I can use it when I need it. So that's one of the strange things that's happening around here. Yeah, it's exciting. That was exciting, was it not? Yeah, it was not, I know. Alright, and pretty quickly, since the weather's improving again, and we're getting rain, possibly, the gloominess of Darkslade Manor is filling me with enthusiasm to work more on the interior as well. So we might have some of that going on also. Who knows? You know? You don't know? I don't know. We'll find out when it happens, okay? So, without any further ado, let's get going. Maybe you'll feel better once we get to Silverton.
If we get to Silverton.
Well, you were just a little ray of sunstroke, aren't you?
Well, I'm sorry I'm not as numb and unconcerned as you are.
Don't mistake my demeanor, Jordan. I am what I am. I am what I am, what I am, and I am. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
What's after the...
Well, it's getting on in the evening, and I haven't had dinner yet because I had a late lunch today, and I didn't want them to be too close together. So I'm getting ready to make my dinner, and I'm making some chicken barley stew. Now, I made rogue stew the other day. Well, the other day meaning like 3 episodes ago, or 4 or 5 or 10, I don't know. I don't keep track of that kind of thing. In any case, and I'm thinking I might show you how I do this. It's not much different. Main difference, well, there's 2 main differences between rogue stew and chicken barley stew. One is done with beef, and one is done with chicken. And the other one is the chicken barley stew does not have the corn in it. Why does it not have the corn in it? Because I forgot to pick up the corn when I went to the grocery store. And I don't really feel like going out there. So it's not going to hurt anything if I don't put corn in this one. But basically it's almost the same recipe. It's spiced a little differently, seasoned, a little differently. And, but it's basically the same recipe. Same recipe. So, I think I'll show it to you. I'll make it now. Okay, this is the view you're going to get. This is called the pot. Because this is the pot right here. Now I'm not going to show you cutting up the potatoes and the chicken and all that kind of stuff. Because you know what that looks like. You should. You should know what it looks like to do that. And besides, I don't want to move the camera around all over the place. So, I'm going to show you what I'm doing and tell you what I'm doing. And you can try this recipe. This recipe is not complicated. But there's 1 or 2 little niches in there you have to be careful of. Also, that's the bottom of the pan. Also, this is not like a Facebook recipe where we have an AI voice say, cut the onions. Now add the paprika and the soy sauce and ketchup and mustard and all that crapola. Because they don't know what they're doing. And a lot of people, I just spent some time inside my pot there. A lot of people who make recipes and put them on Facebook, they have a tendency to throw tons of stuff on top of each other. Spices and mayonnaise and cheese, tons of cheese. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you how to make this. It's pretty simple, and we'll start right now. If you are looking at a recipe on Facebook, there's my chicken in a bag there. How's that? If you look at recipes on Facebook, and the first thing they say is something like, I learned this from a Rogart breeding student in Jamaica, or once you try it this way, you'll never try it any other way again. Run for the hills! Don't pay any attention to that stuff. Okay, first thing you're going to do is slice up your boneless, skinless chicken breast or thigh or whatever you're using. I'm using thighs. Put them in a bowl with some water, just a little bit, just enough to slightly moisten them for the next step. Okay, I'll show you this part. The next thing you want to do is you want to get about a half a cup of flour. Now the chicken thighs that I used were 2 rather medium-sized chicken thighs. So we're going to take this and we're going to add to it Jim Beam. No, this is Cajun seasoning. Somebody gave me some stuff for my kitchen at Christmas time, Secret Santa, and so I use this for my Cajun seasoning. So I'm going to put enough Cajun seasoning on here to kind of coat the top. Alright. Then we want some onion powder. That is about a half a tablespoon there. And then we're going to want some, it's over here, garlic powder, about the same amount as the onion powder. And then a little bit of paprika, just a skosh. And you don't even have to use paprika. You can use but cayenne pepper if you want. Now we take that. Now we take that and we take a fork, stir it up. Should be kind of pink, a little pinkish. Here we go. Now we take our moistened chicken that we had earlier, and we're going to basically just put that all in there. Just like that. Now, one thing I've learned to do is I have several of these plastic bowl things, and I put one on top of the other and then I shake them. But I didn't do it this time. So you do this until all the chicken is coated. Okay. Now we're going to put in our oil, however much you want to use. And turn on the heat. Normally, into the oil, I would put some minced onion. But I'm out of minced onion. Well, I got a little bit in there. Probably get the powder from it. Oh, there's a little bit. Oh, just a skosh. There we go. All right. Take our chicken. Start putting it in there.
Once you have had this, you'll never have chicken another way again.
Really, don't start that. I'm going to confuse everybody. I just told them not to pay attention to that kind of thing.
This is going to be so delicious. You will die.
Well, I know why you're doing it, and it's not funny.
Come on, Papa. That was funny.
No, okay, it's a little funny. Anyway, Millie loves it when I make stuff like this, and she can't eat it, of course, being spectral and everything, and neither she nor Lissa can eat it, but they can smell it, and they do love the smell. So we're going to let that start to sizzle. Okay, we're partway through browning the chicken, and we're going to add some, say it with me, Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire. And we're going to put, a couple of teaspoons in there. Keep stirring it up. We're just browning it. We don't need to cook it all the way through. Alright, the chicken is brown. So what we're going to do is add the water. 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, and 4 cups of water. Obviously, I'm making more than just one meal's worth. Now before that heats up too much, we're going to put in our bouillon. Now this is a little bit different than the bouillon I use for making gumbo. This actually has some chicken stock in it, but you don't want to use chicken stock, just regular chicken stock. Don't do it. Let the seasonings and your chicken flavor your stock, or your bouillon. I use, kind of tore up the box, but this is fantastic chicken bouillon. And I'll tell you why. Because here's one of the things. It does two cups, right? Now take a look. Looks like your standard bouillon, but check it out. It is not one hard clump. It is soft, pliable, and it dissolves really, really fast, even if your water is not heated up enough yet. So I recommend using this. Now, of course, you can use any bouillon you want. Just try not to use actual chicken stock. Chicken stock you use for making chicken soup and stuff like that if you are planning on making the, you know, the super salty kind. Anyway. So we're going to let that heat up. To this, we're going to add a little more Cajun seasoning. I almost did a weird thing there. All right. Now we are going to add the barley. Now, I mentioned this before when talking about barley. Keep your barley in the freezer. That's what I do. And before ye put it in the pan, measure out how much you're going to use into a measuring cup and put water in the measuring cup. I don't have any water in this measuring cup. I also don't have enough barley in there, but the reason you want to do that is because if there are any weevils in your barley, they will float to the surface and you can easily pick them out. I am pretty sure I mentioned that before, but just in case I didn't or you missed it, there you go. Now this is a brand new box, so I'm not concerned too much about it. I put in a little bit better. No, I didn't. Now, I put in a little bit better than a half a cup of barley. You don't have to use a lot of barley. It gets big. It gets really big. If I have corn, actually, that's the last ingredient. But I stir this. You can see how the bouillon has already dissolved. It only took not even 3 minutes. Finally, we're going to put in the potatoes. I recommend red potatoes. I love red potatoes, and I put in a lot of, I put a lot of potatoes next to the pot, because if you put it in the pot, they'll get cooked. Lots of red potatoes. I put them on both sides of the pot too. Now you may think that's too many potatoes, but let me tell you something. You're wrong, so stop it. Give that a turn. And we're going to drop the temperature down to just above low. And we're going to cover the pan. And we are going to let it simmer for, with all the potatoes in it, 50 minutes. Between 50 minutes and an hour. I'm on the set for 50 minutes, and we'll take a look at it when it's closer to being done. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. That's the right stuff there. Well, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in a bowl and eat it. And we will get on to other things. So much to the surprise of many, and by many I mean me, I have finally gotten the Adventureland porch cleared off of all the junk that's been on it since last October. I got a big pile of fake leaves and stuff that I need to remove. And as you might be able to tell by the dirt on my shirt that I've been working out here. And in fact my hair is all over the place. So once I get this debris moved, I can bring some of the stuff back from the car, some lanterns and so forth. Get this thing back to where it was supposed to be. And get back to setting it up. I still need new greenery. There's this one, let me just show you. This is kind of funny. If I can get this to loosen up. There we go. Look at this. That's supposed to be that's supposed to be pampas grass. It looks like a rat's nest. See, pampas grass usually doesn't flip and flop around like this. It's usually straight, like my hair. So, I've got some work to do. It's a little late in the afternoon, but I wasted my morning like I normally do. And it's threatening to rain. And I'm really hoping that it does. You know what, I'm going to put this down here. Whoops. There you go. Where it just blends in with everything. Because we haven't had much rain this or last year. And we haven't had any this year that I'm aware of. We might have when I was at work. But it'd just be nice to have some moisture fall from the sky. And I don't mean under a flock. Out here in the Adventureland porch where it is cool but not cold. And it looks like it might rain, which is a wonderful thing because it has refused to do that for quite a while now. So I was looking at old video and remember this thing here? Yeah, the fountain. It used to be on that side. And it had two tikis on either side of it. And I'm contemplating doing that again. I have to get some of the light. I'll bet you the batteries are no good. No, it might be. Anyway, since we're getting into weather where it's actually okay to come outside, what I would need to do is remove this. Move this over to the center. And hopefully I'll have enough room. There we go. That's better. Oh man. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you a whiplash there. And then I'll put one larger tiki here, and I'll need to get another one of these to put on the other side. And everything is dusty out here. I wish it rained just for any other reason that I could get some of the dust off of here and turn it into mud. There's just not enough greenery built up here And I haven't got the funds at the, well, I might be able to swing a couple of items. Eventually what I'm going to do is put greenery up along that wall and then bring some down over here at the opening so it's a little bit more visible from outside as well as in here, you see? So maybe get some of that started. And as far as getting more greenery, let me just say one more time, I've got something set up, basically just set up on the old deck here. I'll put a light in this tonight. I think I'm going to move that skull and the pirate bird, but not too far. And over here, I've got this guy just sitting here. I don't know. I think I need to take this reed and get some new reed and do something with it to make it look right. And the trickling of water tells you that the fountains are now working again. This one's being really noisy. So as soon as it gets a little darker, I will show you what the whole thing looks like. But before that, let's see if they will shut off and turn back on again. I'm going to disappear. Just listen. No more water sounds. Listen again. I gotta do something about that. That's really annoying. But at least they're working again.
The weather at our outpost today? Hot and humid. Monsoons are expected to arrive here later this week, turning the weather to hot and humid. But now, music.
Well, it's pretty splashy, is how I'm going to do it. Because the fountains are going, the music's going, and all the cool stuff is over there. And I'm sitting over here, so I can watch it over there. And with that, I think we'll end this episode. Next episode, theoretically, we'll some more on this. I want to get something going back on. Depending upon my payday tomorrow, we'll determine what I get with that. You may also notice in this last one here, I'm going to shave it down back to where I wanted down the middle. Good tactical beard. Still need some lighting out here. I do have that thing that creates like water, a water effect. I'm not so sure when to use that though. I might use a lamp, but I might use it in a different way. And you gotta replace, well, I need to clean a lot of these, and then I need to get a couple more tall ones, like one for right here, and that's really the only other one I think I need. Sorry, top ones. And then some to scatter around, and maybe look on Adventureland-ish. Special message that in 2 weeks, no, not 2 weeks, in 2 months, or almost 3 months, my son's going to be coming out, and we're doing the annual road trip. So I will have that too, so that will be cool. And do another thing that we haven't been able to do in several months, and several years, and we'll do that too. So that's what's going to be coming up. In the meantime, you guys have yourselves a couple of great weeks. End of line.